house of all women. I'm the youngest of 3 sisters. And one of the cool things about being the youngest is that when my mom decided to give us all the sex talk, she did it all in one go. So since I was young, it's a lot of information for a 6-year-old. And I remember she told us that herpes are these itchy red bumps on your private parts. And once you got them, they never go away. And we went camping, and I got a mosquito bite on my chest, and I was like, oh no, I have herpes. How am I going to tell my parents? I have this for life, it's never going away. But actually, sidebar, do you guys remember those Valtrex commercials where they're like, 80% of people who've gotten herpes got it from when their partner had no sign or symptoms? Let me talk to the 20%, because they're fucking up. They see this big red blister, they're like, put it in me, I don't give a shit. Like, come on. I don't care what you believe, what your politics are, what your religion is. As a species, 100% of all new herpes infections need to come when their partners have no signs or symptoms. I think that's what we can agree on in 2016. So, and another thing that comes with being the youngest in a house full of women is that I didn't get a lot of respect. They used to call me the man of the house, which meant I killed all the spiders and made none of the decisions. And when I was in high school, my mom used to tell me, you know, you're just a gay man trapped in a woman's body. That's what you are. And it's crazy that she predicted that in 10 years I'd love anal sex. I think because of that, I've dated a lot of bisexual men in my past, and every single time I've dated a bi guy, he's left me for a man, so I'm really insecure about my small dick. And I myself am also bisexual. I came out, you know, it's kind of cliche, came out in college, dated a couple, ruined their marriage, whatever. But it took me so long to figure out that I was bisexual, because in case you haven't figured it out, my mom is crazy. So I didn't know it was an option. And I went to her and I said, you know, I think I like girls the same way I like boys. And she goes, no, you just admire them. When I was younger, there was this girl in my class who was very smart, and I had a dream one night that we were kissing, and then I started to touch her breasts, and then I just ate her pussy. And I woke up questioning my sexuality, and then I thought, no, I just really want to be her friend. So I grew up believing that sort of shit. And unsurprisingly, I have made pretty poor choices when it comes to the people I've dated. I'll give you an example. Something I've learned from this relationship, and it'll make sense for all the women, there's a lot of women in the room. When you go out with someone for the first time, have a fun time, make out with him a little and check, all right? And so I learned this the hard way, so I'm gonna tell you what happened, it'll make sense. I dated this guy, larger gentleman, and after we had a nice date, I fuck on the first date, I was like, come up to my dorm room, let's bang, and he's like, no, I like to have a special connection with a woman before I sleep with her. And I was 20 and stupid and like, oh, that's romantic. So we dated for about 6 months. We went to have sex. He pulled down his pants. No dick. And then he leaned back, and there it was. He hit me with the Rockaway. You know that Fat Joe song? He leaned back. I didn't know they could come in that size. I literally couldn't feel it. One time he just kind of fucked my inner thigh area. I mean, if you're sweaty enough, I guess it's the same. And if you're dating someone that big, you're sweaty enough. So do you want to know how it ended?
Yes.
He cheated on me. What an asshole. But you are what you eat. So I'll leave you with this one last thing. So I'm single now. I have a cat, just one, if that surprises any of you. And she loves me very much. We have a lot in common. We both have huge vaginas, for example. And every morning she likes to show how much she loves me by giving me a gift. And if you think that she kills something and leaves it for me, that's not true. A cat that does that is a cat that doesn't respect you. So you need to take care of that. But yeah, so she's the way she shows me that she loves me. She comes up on my bed every morning. She looks at me all serious, like, Mom, I have something to show you. It's my asshole. Right there, it's my asshole. And I'm like, oh, okay, sweetie. I'm like, trying to push her away. She's like, no, look at it. Look at it. Look at it. I love you. But the gross thing is because her vagina is so huge that when she spreads her hips back to show me her ass, it makes this little, like, sound. And I have to deal with that every single morning. So I hope you guys have a good night. It's a good lineup tonight. Thank you.
So last summer, gay marriage was made legal throughout the land of America. 5-4 Supreme Court decision. There was some dissenting opinions on that. Our now deceased Justice Antonin Scalia referred to this decision as a bunch of legislative jiggery-pokery and pure applesauce. Joke's on him. Jiggery-pokery is just old-timey slang for gay sex. Oh, hey, Jethro. Oh, yes, Bartholomew? Did you hear about Stephen? Oh, no, I did not. Yes, Stephen and a young man had a little bit of the old jiggery-pokery. Oh, you don't say. Yes, and it was pure applesauce everywhere.
I saw a sign for a dance school, and it was this beautiful ballerina dancing around. Well, I mean, it was a picture, so she was still, but you get it. And in big bold letters behind her it read, I don't practice, I perfect. But when I read it, I just read, I don't practice, I perfect. That's a fucking cocky dancer. Should take another English class, motherfucker. It's me that's stupid. Nobody gave me the fucking sex talk. I learned by now, like it's been a few years. But nobody told me shit, but I did have my good friend Ronnie, who is a heathen. And one time we're hanging out and he asked me, he's like, hey, would you ever eat a girl out? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you know, like this. I just thought, why would I spread a girl's tits apart to lick her chest? I thought you'd go further, nipple. Like, yeah. You say, yeah, right? I fucking thought that. Like, there was a good point, like a long period of my life, where I thought I was uncircumcised. I had a driver's license, and I thought that I was uncircumcised. Like, if that was on the test, I would have fucking failed. I can make the 3-point turn, but knowing about my pee-pee, like, fuck that. Like, I just thought when you get circumcised, they take, you know, like the whole head part and they... But it's not that. My girlfriend thought it'd be funny to paint my toenails red. And it is fucking funny, because the way that she distracted me, she was like, on her phone, and she's like, look how hot this girl is. I was like, ooh, she is fucking hot. And I look up and my toenails are red. And, you know, whatever. So I left him and I'm at the gym changing. You know, trying to pretend like it's normal being around a bunch of naked dudes. I'm changing, and this dude is just like eyeing my fucking toes. And I'm watching him watch my toes, and I'm just waiting for him to make eye contact with me. When he looks up, I just lock eyes with him, and I just go, faggot. Fucking beat him with a punch. Alright, been Bart Dangus. Thank you guys. You guys, what's up? I'll be back soon. Yeah, later.
Hey, sex, right? Yeah. Sex is kind of like pizza because some Italian guy keeps walking over asking you if you're enjoying it. I saw this poster. It said consent is mutual and enthusiastic. I saw the poster in East Town. If you know East Town, yeah, makes sense. Now, consent is mutual, duh. Consent is enthusiastic. Like, who the fuck's writing the posters? They have the best sex lives in the world. They're gonna make the rest of us feel bad. Well, they've never had sex where they're just like, I'll just keep going to see if it gets better. Or, sex like, alright, well, they're giving me a ride in the morning. So, anyway, I have some allergies like cats, dust, mold, pollen, like allergies, right? And I read this scientific article that said, if you're allergic to cats or dust, it means that you have Neanderthal in your bloodstream. That's me. So that means thousands of years ago, Neanderthal, that means that one or more of my ancestors in a Neanderthal, which are really, they're like humans, right? But they're physically weaker and mentally weaker. That means that one of my ancestors or more really took advantage. Okay, it means one or more of my ancestors really got taken advantage of. And when I read that, like, I never in my life felt so explained. Oh man, so alcohol, right? Alcohol. Man, I drink, so I got in a fight. My mom's like, hey, fighting is for kids. You're an adult now. You're gonna have to just learn to oppress people. Hey, you ever get like so drunk when you wake up? It's like, oh, it's too much. It hurts, and I'm never drinking again. And oh, I can't even turn the lights on, and it takes an hour to make a bowl of cereal, and then all of a sudden the cops come to the door and arrest you for raping an obese man with Down syndrome. Yeah, cops, they'll ask leading questions. They're like, hey, don't you like the sound they make when they're tickled, though? Well, yeah, everyone like, oh, fuck. Man. So I've been drunk every day for 10 years. And, people with fetal alcohol syndrome still treat me like an outsider. The drinking is actually just the second leading cause of my poor life decisions. Number one is having freshly trimmed pubes. People don't want to see them. It's not just alcohol. I had Xanax. My doctor took me off the Xanax. He's like, I cannot let you continue to sell those things to buy alcohol. But I found a natural way to get the Xanax feeling, seriously. It's just get syphilis. Same doctor's like, I'll give you pills for that. Nope. No, maybe in 6 months. I don't know, I like this. Yeah, it's a good feeling. It makes watching TV so much easier. Now the STD doctors, have you been there? Yeah, clap if you've been to the STD doctors, yeah. They're the kindest, and they're the most compassionate, understanding people in the world. Until the end of the appointment, when you ask for a hug. So, Oh my gosh. So okay, I went to college. Yeah. Now I'm here. So fuck college, right? So I went to college and I was a little older. I got a late start. I was like 22. This girl was like 18. Ooh, perfect age, right? 18 at midnight, birthday. That's the perfect age technically. But she's like 18 and she was so hot and she was so quiet. She just didn't talk, right? But I wanted to get through. So I talked to her and found out her situation. She's at Grand Valley. She's like, oh, well, I met this guy at Western a week ago at a party, and I don't know, he's just been calling me a lot and writing me a lot with the lyrics to Nothing Else Matters by Metallica, because he says this song reminds him of me. So I guess he's my boyfriend now. Yeah. That troubled young man's name was me. I'm just kidding. I mean, I've done a lot of creepy shit in my life, but nothing that successful. Hey, you guys, you know when the hooker won't get out of your car? You know what I'm saying? Hooker won't.
All the time.
Yeah, right. It's like you can't call the cops. You'll be in trouble too. You can't beat her up. What if she stabs you? So it's like shit. She controls me right now. Anyway, yeah, I took her to Taco Bell. It doesn't matter. And I'm like sitting at Taco Bell with her though, like wow, because she's pretty, right? I'm like wow, all these people here think she's my girlfriend. Nobody thought she was my girlfriend. Nobody. Oh my gosh. So I've been hard up for so long. Man, I won't go in the woods by myself because if a wolf rapes me, no one's gonna believe it. So hard up. My therapist, she got sick of hearing about her. She's like, well, tell me about your parents. How you feel about your parents? Okay. And then I'm like, well, I'm proud that they both got some. And my dad didn't have to pay my mom. At least not at first, anyway. And she's, oh, wow, therapist. They kind of know, don't they? They kind of know. She got it out of me. So anyway, I got an apartment, but my friend's like, get a house. It's cheaper. How's a house cheaper? If you have a house, you gotta buy 10 Valentine's gifts for the women in your basement. They're all down there talking too. Oh, this Valentine gift just makes it worse. Oh, I didn't want to say anything at first, but yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay. Hey, I finally got arrested. Finally. Yeah. And I'm like, shit, I don't want to go to jail. Judge. Oh, God. And then, God, you made me white for a reason. Don't let me go to jail. And I told the judge, it was for prostitution. I'm like, Judge, look, I'm a changed man now. I'm sorry. I'm changed. Judge, I'll prove it to you. I'll fuck you for free. Oh my gosh, but I was actually worse off in 7th grade, so I don't feel that bad. I think I'm moving along slowly. In 7th grade, I used to stand next to my crush at the bus stop, and I'd pray God, will you make us get kidnapped, and then the guy will make us do stuff to each other? Okay, I can tell you really like that one. Have a great rest of the night, okay?
Last weekend I went camping. That's a lot of fun. I love camping. Leave it to white people to figure a way to pay rent at 2 places in order to live like we're homeless. We're special. I take my daughter camping every summer. That's a tradition we have. It's a lot of fun. I think it's good. You get them away from the iPads into the fresh air. Get some dirt on their knees. Get them running around. That sounds like good parenting, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, it wouldn't be inaccurate to say that I take my daughter to bear-infested wilderness so I could smoke pot for a week straight. It's tomato, really. Don't worry, she had nunchucks. I know what I'm doing. My daughter is 6 years old. She's just about to start first grade, which is pretty cool. Yeah, she's just getting into that really cute age where she's just starting to figure out that we're poor. Memories, huh? Really are pretty broke. But it's not, I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, I'm not upset by it. It's not bad. So much in my case, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Because I have had like every single advantage in life, you know? Like, I grew up in a good family, loving parents, nice house out in the suburbs. My parents had a little bit of money, good education. My dad spent over $100,000 sending me to private school, K through college. I should be like a fucking astronaut or something. I should be like a brilliant astrologer out there. But I'm not. Instead, I knocked up my college girlfriend, became a single parent, and started a lucrative career as a social worker / amateur stand-up comedian. And that, my friends, is how you combat white privilege. Everyone's always like, we need to do this. I'm this part. When it talks about that, you don't even know it. This is what progress looks like. Ta-da. Make a lot of money. I work with kids, which is cool. I love working with kids. There's one thing that I've learned being a dude who works with other people's kids, is they'll rarely say anything about it, but every once in a while I'll get a look, you know? Just like a look. Like a parent will drop off their kid and be like, okay, here's my kid. Try not to rape him. Ha 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 ha. Do you know how it feels to be visually accused of pedophilia? I will tell you, it hurts right here. It takes away my warm fluffies. I want them back. And you know, I don't blame the parents, you know, I get it. Most people who work with kids are female. You bring your kid in somewhere, the last thing you're expecting is my creepy ass standing there with a bad case of arresting rapist face. Yes, bring me all the children. I get it. I just don't like how it's always the dudes who get labeled as the creepers, you know? Because the creepiest human beings I've ever met are my daughter's dance instructors. These are women who have dedicated their lives to making little girls sluttier. And they're really good at it. Like, you go in their studio, there's nothing but trophies bigger than me. You can go up and read a Michigan State champ, sluttiest kids. Jitterbugs. Daughter does dance though, she likes doing that. It's been a big year. This past year she had her first crush, which is pretty cool, I guess. It's supposed to be cute. She's my kid though, so it's like halfway between adorable and sexual harassment. It's this older boy who rides her bus, Jack. My daughter loves her some Jack. She loves it in the morning. She loves it in the afternoon. She loved it that time on Halloween. She had us case the neighborhood for 3 hours until we found his house. Oh yeah, my daughter is an old school creeper. She doesn't need Facebook, Instagram, nothing. She's gonna find you and your side hose. I went to pick her up towards the end of last year off the bus, and she gets off, and she comes over to me, and then she stops, goes right back over to Jack, gives him a great big hug, and she's just latched on him for like a full minute, just squeezing him. And she finally lets go, and she's staring up at his eyes, just with her eyes just all full of love and adoration. And Jack's just standing there looking back at my daughter with this look on his face like, I don't fuck with you! And then Jack just books it, turns around and runs it back to his house. And my daughter's just sitting there all sad and confused. And she looks back over to me, and I'm just standing there going, run, Jack, faster! start! Their vagina's bleeding, it's worse than it sounds! You know what's crazy about that statement? It's absolutely true. Wait, yeah, your vagina's bleeding, and it's way worse. It's not like, oh my god, I cut my arm, and it's, no! It's the vagina! Oh, and there's like hormones and cramping and stuff, and women don't even get the day off. That is crazy. Like, if I woke up tomorrow and blood was excreting from my penis, that would be a sick day. No questions asked. That is PT the fuck O. I could call him like, hey, just so you know, I'm not coming in today, my dick is bleeding. And they'd be like, yeah, definitely, go get that taken. Why are you even talking to me, bro? Go somewhere now. But if like a woman tried that, and they'd be like, I can't come in, my vagina's bleeding, they'd be like, well, could you maybe put on like some sort of mini adult diaper and come in anyway? Really appreciate it, Karen. And then we pay them less money. That's the crazy part. We pay them less money to do the same work with more blood coming out of their genitals. That's crazy. That should be like at least a 50-cent raise, right? I love this. Like, the women on my side, we can do anything. You know that, right? Like, you guys have all the power, because if someone is out here, they're trying to get laid, and you control that. Like, you can make anything happen tonight. Anything. It's just my little make tonight fun, guys. Just do it. It's okay. Doesn't completely nullify everything that was just said. Hey, just to let you know, you're doing really well, all things considered. Thanks. What's being considered? Just the stupidity, or do you know something I don't? Do I have autism? Because that would explain an awful lot. And then my dad likes to throw out there, sounds so great, he likes to say, Randall, you've got so much potential. So much potential. And that sounds wonderful until you realize what they're actually saying is you should suck less. Like, here's your potential, here's you in reality. That right there is how much you suck. Let's try to whittle that down a tad, fuckwad. Gee, Dad, thanks a lot. That means a lot. Oh, let's see. Talk about this. Any other parents in the room tonight? Anyone else? Yeah. Awesome, yeah. Don't you hate it when your kid's got a friend over and the friend's just kind of about every little thing? Like, why does the basement smell like drugs? And then you got to be like, I don't know. Why do snitches get stitches? Yeah, that joke's got everything. You're not supposed to do drugs if you're a parent. That's like one of those unwritten rules. I don't understand that rule at all. Like, why would you need to do drugs if you're not a parent? Are there people out there like, damn it, I need something to help me cope with all my abundant free time and disposable income. Thank you very much, everybody.